Hi guys, it's Blackie, and today in the Ground Pounder series, we're going to talk about a piece of gear that most people overlook when they're thinking about military surplus gear and stuff like that, and it's a strap. Now this carry strap, which at the moment I've got hooked to my med kit, military issue these. These go all the way back like World War II, but they're probably still current issue. They've got a clip on each end, and then this strap is very adjustable. These are extremely useful for so many things. Okay, the strap, and this is cinched down as small as you can get it. This strap will extend out a lot, and that allowed you to use it for multiple things. Now these have been used for slings for guns and equipment. So see, now it's that long. Now I can sling across here and actually put something big. Either I can go diagonally across myself for like a haversack strap, or I could use this to like clip onto something, a pew-pew or something to carry, or any other piece of awkward gear. I've seen these used to carry jerry cans before. I've seen them used for 1,001 uses, as well as it's a strap that can hook to itself. So it can be used as a sort of a cinch strap where you can adjust it and then come over the top and click to each other like that to have it as a strap to like hold a sleeping bag, hold a bundle of gear together, whatever. Also to wrap through the handles or something and then wrap around a tree and hook to a tree to suspend gear, or hook to an ATV or a vehicle to hold it in place. It's got 1,001 uses. Now, before I had my haversack, this was a haversack of mine for many years. And if those that started in my channel back in 2008 remember, this was what I was carrying for a haversack. It was just a fire kit on one of those straps. It wasn't that I was such a minimalist, but I had got to the point that's all I needed. Everything else I could come up with or sling in some other way. And so that was what I was carrying when I first started my channel, is my haversack. This is a U.S. Army butt pack, and as you can see on the back of it, there's a couple of straps, loops, to where I can hook this. Now this is a good, cheap haversack to start out with. It's got plenty capacity. It has the two straps on the bottom where I could put a bedroll, a poncho, whatever underneath here. It's got an extended neck so I can bring this up and then gather it around it to keep stuff from falling out, etc. Also, you take the flap and put it to the inside. And you take this strap, and you bring the strap around you and leave it open in front of you like this, where I now have a pouch to grab out of. How about when you're fishing? Put my fishing tackle in there. How about when I'm gathering? Well, I've got it cinched around me just by unhooking it. Take the strap around me. Okay, as you can see now, hanging around the back, take the flap, stick the inside. Now I have a big gathering pouch where I can go along picking whatever and put into. I can be sitting here fishing with my fly rod. If I need a tool, I can reach down and grab it real easy. This can also allow it to run as a haversack on your thigh. A lot of you guys just don't like anything around your neck, and I understand that. This nice wide strap, clipping it on like this, would allow me to have full access to a haversack on my hip like this now, wouldn't it? Without having to do any kind of fancy stuff. If you take this strap and run it through one of your belt loops on the far side and then clip it, you make something that's not going to move off of you. It's going to stay in position. So if I do the twist or whatever, it doesn't slide down. It'll stay in position. So it's really a good idea, and I used this thing forever like that, and it's still a good, viable haversack set. The handle up on this allowed me to anchor pieces of gear up here, like some other rolled up whatever shelter system. With this strap running it around my shoulders, I could also, as I've showed in the past, take and roll something like a poncho or a tarp or whatever, piece of a blanket. I've done that several times, where I have taken a U.S. Army blanket or a woobie or something and simply put this strap to the middle of it and roll it up, tie it so that it wouldn't unroll, and then clip it to this and put it over my shoulder, as I've demonstrated. And that would put that blanket or whatever sitting back here on the back side, allowing me to carry a hammock, a tarp, a woobie or something, a poncho liner on me for a little bit of warmth, and have all my food and stuff in this bag. So this is a very viable haversack for you. Plus, as you can see, this pouch is attached right here. It has attachment points on the side of it right here where you can attach other web gear, like a canteen, like a med kit, like a canteen cover that you can put something else into, like a mess kit. You can put ammo pouches on here for smalls and stuff like that. You can hook an ammo pouch on the top by putting the two clips through here. See? Very, very useful. The M14 pouch is rigid. That's one of the reasons I liked it back in the day for all kinds of things. Now these things are getting expensive, but you know, when I was picking them up, they were $1 a piece. And if you'll notice, the top of the two keepers, you can clip this strap to as well. And well, as you notice mine, what I did was I tied a piece of paracord, went up under the flap and came down to the other side where the grenade loops are. That way I could hook my strap to those and hang that as my little fire kit haversack. The simple strap can have so many force multiplier uses in the field as a tool. These are cotton canvas webbing. I have seen these impregnated with stropping compound, pulled tight and turned into a strop for a knife. I have seen them used as belts. I have seen them used to lash gear together, hook stuff to trees, whatever in a camp. To carry something back out that you went in and picked up and be able to take paracord and tie to it and then hook this to it as a carry strap for some awkward piece of gear or something like that, it will simply be a force multiplier. Because the disadvantage, and that's the reason the U.S. Army brought out this piece of gear, well, I'll just take a rope and do it. A round rope digs into you. A wide strap spreads the load. And that's the reason the U.S. Army issued this for so long. These were, I know, from World War II, and I know they were all the way up through the 90s. And when you got like the 2-quart canteen, I think they still issue this as a carry strap to go on to odd pieces of gear. And it works very well. So, for the ground pounders, if you're wanting to do stuff in military surplus gear, which I really encourage it because it's a great way to get into bushcraft, woodscraft, without spending a lot of money, using military surplus gear. It's usually very good quality, very durable, and cheap. Especially if you're buying them from military surplus stores or things like that, or garage sales, or yard sales, or you know some veteran that's got some gear that's, oh, here, you can just have it. I don't care about this stuff anymore. And you can pick it up that way. That's how a lot of my stuff came to my usage when I was a young man. Didn't have no money, but I had a lot of family members that were vets and stuff that had a duffel bag in the back of a closet they hadn't looked at in 10 years. And they go, oh yeah, I got a canteen, and I got a this, and I got a that. Stuff like this that you overlook, that you don't think about, makes a difference. I have carried the old canvas rolled up pup tent, the 2 shelter halves, bound it up, and then taken one of these and clipped to the ropes and used it to carry it like a duffel under my arm. where we're going to be canoeing. And when we get there, I'm going to set up that shelter half like a lean-to. It's one of my favorite canoe tents back in the day, because I'm not toting it so much. The canoe's going to be toting it, right? That strap is what you use to hook to it to be able to pick it up and carry it on the portages and stuff like that. Once you get one of these, you'll find a lot of uses for it. Even in everyday life. I have carried this very strap with me to Walmart in the last 2 months because my wife wanted this big awkward piece of gear that we were picking up for her, and I wanted to be able to take it and have a strap I could hook to help me balance this thing and carry it whenever we got to the car and get it home. So this strap came in very handy for that. As an emergency belt, everything else, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed this, guys. There'll be more in the Ground Pounder series coming up. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.